Hello and welcome to the class of Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud. So this EC2 stands for Elastic Compute Cloud. So today we are going to discuss about Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud. Now this is basically Amazon Web Service primary web service. That means it is AWS primary web service that provide resizable compute capacity in the cloud. So this is a service which provides resizable compute capacity. So we have compute capacity in the cloud. So basically it is a primary web service that provides elastic compute capacity in the cloud. Now we have a term over here, compute capacity. Now let's discuss about what compute is. Now compute is basically amount of computational power. This is amount of computational power. That is amount of computational power required to fulfill your workload. This is amount of computational power which is required to fulfill workload. That is what compute is. That means how much power we require so that we can fulfill our workload. Now, if workload is small, if we have a workload and workload is small, for example, in case of websites that receives few visitors, workload small, for example, some websites which receives few visitors. So if we have some websites and those websites receive very few visitors, that means we have small workload. Here in this case, what about the compute? That means compute needs are also small. And in case of, for example, if we have workload large, that means such application in which number of fields or we require number of compounds, 10 millions of compounds against anything. So here in this case, what could be? That means compute needs are large. That means as per the workload, we have the compute needs or amount of compute changes directly over time. Amount of compute, it changes directly over time. That means as time is passing, we have compute needs which are also changing. Now we have like Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud, which we call it as Amazon EC2. Now this EC2 allows us to acquire compute. So because of this, we can acquire compute. It allows us to acquire compute through launching of. So how we have compute? Because we can have launching of virtual servers. We can have compute because we can have launching of virtual servers, and these virtual servers which are required for computing compute, we call it as instances. So instances is a term which are basically virtual servers, those who are required for compute. And those instances are provided by Amazon EC2. Now, as per the workload, we require computational needs. If workload small, then needs small. If workload large, then compute needs large. So, this is about compute in Amazon EC2. Thank you so much.